Good evening and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm your host, Doug Engler. Joining me in the co-host spot, as always, is our good friend, Mr. Darren Starling.
Who's not dead yet.
And we also want to welcome a new member to the AZR team. Officially, Kaaya Teanu, also known as Rob, is officially joined the Anime-Zing Radio team. And welcome, Rob.
Yep, thank you.
We had talked about, I've been thinking about having Rob join for a while because behind the scenes, Rob has helped us out for years at conventions and stuff like that with behind the camera footage, and has been a good friend of mine personally and of the show for many years. So it just felt right, especially where, VTubing has become a very popular form of media recently. And Rob has a lot more knowledge than probably me, Darren, and Angela combined. I thought it would be a wonderful addition to have Rob join us. Also, it gives Rob a chance to use his VTuber model more. Since for a while he hadn't been able to do the streams like he wanted to.
Yep.
So again, welcome to the team. We're excited to have you here and curious as to what your thoughts are about joining us officially.
I've actually been thinking about asking you as well to join for some time as I've been helping you at conventions and actually would help you as well at more conventions, seeing I can go to some you can't.
And you also go to conventions that, Angela's not able to as well, seeing how you're both up in the southeastern Mass area.
Yep.
And I know we were scheduled to have EiraVT join us tonight. Unfortunately, due to her work schedule and stuff of that nature, she may not join us. We're not sure. She was up at like 3 o'clock this morning. I know she streamed quite a bit throughout the day. She was laying down to take a nap. We don't know if she's able to join us or not. I did send her the link. We're hoping that she can join us because really looking forward to having her on the show. Really been enjoying a lot of her streaming content, especially of late, because she's had some really, really funny instances happen via the games that she plays and some of the comments that she's made. So, had questions about some of that stuff and hoping that she can join us. If not, we will try to reschedule her again. As somebody who has a really messed up sleep schedule myself, I totally understand. Ira, if you look back at this, don't think that we're upset or anything like that. We're not. I totally understand because my sleep schedule is as messed up as they come, concerning the fact that I will probably be getting a call for work in about an hour to an hour and a half, and then be on duty at 10:30 or 11 o'clock tonight and work all night on a train to Hagerstown, Maryland. So I know what it's like to have really unusual schedules from day to day. Angela is probably not going to join us either due to the fact she is at PAX West. We're not sure exactly what's going on with her schedule. She's in the middle of a 2-week West Coast vacation with her husband, which I hope they have a wonderful time at PAX. Not sure if she'll join us next week or not as well. We might not do a show next week because my work schedule will probably have me away Sunday as well. We have rescheduled On Key Expo for the 14th, which I am excited about that. And of course, thank you, Rob, for introducing us to On Key Expo, the first VTuber focused convention that I know of that's coming to the Northeast for next year.
I was surprised when I saw it because I had another VTuber reposted it on Twitter, and I'm like, what's this?
And I am excited to see more or find out more about it, and hopefully it's something that we'll be able to, another convention we'll be able to work with for the foreseeable future. Of course, there'll be a lot of talks behind the scenes of, partnerships or trying to work with them, and maybe we can see about doing like sponsorships for giveaways or guest spots on the show or things like that, like we've done with conventions in the past. But that's all stuff that we'll have to talk with them about in the future. And of course, hello, John Knight in the chat. It's great to see you. Some fun stuff that has been added to StreamYard. They added some sound effects.
Oh no.
So I was hoping that Ira would join us so we could.
Yay, you got your applause button back.
We got a soundboard.
We
How
have.
does it feel to have a soundboard again, Doug?
Oh, this is dangerous with the stuff that if I could, like the thoughts I've had to add to this.
Is that from when me and Angela go at it?
Could be. And then you just, for all the Mega Man fans. So I might be bouncing back and forth between soundboard stuff and the chat. This could get dangerous now having a soundboard again. If there are sound bites and stuff that you guys in the chat want us to try to incorporate in here, let me know. And I'll see what I can do about finding some of it. Because I'm sure there's probably some iconic like anime and video game sound bites that we could try to find. Off the top of my head, I know of a perfect one that I would like to try to find. I'm just not sure how to go about getting it. But Demon Lord retry, after they have the two bunny girls dress up in the like Playboy bunny outfits, and the one of them's like, "You guys are perverts, bunny." I think that would be hysterical, especially like if we start talking about shipping or waifus or stuff like that. That could be just fun comic interactions. And obviously, Rob Darren, if you guys think of sound bites or stuff like that, you can send them my way, and I can try to put them in there as well.
America, yeah, from Azamango Dio.
United States of Smash. But, and I know we're probably going to have some people tuning in a little bit later, not realizing or not knowing that we were coming on a half hour early. Like I said, due to work schedule and having a planned guest for the night, we had moved the showtime up a half hour. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not sure if she's going to be joining us or not. I did send her the link, wishing her the best. Did have a cute photo that I had sent her. My kitten had jumped up on the computer desk while I was watching her stream and sat there and was watching her for a bit. So I had to get a photo of that. And I believe she shared that during her live stream too. Now, how long have you known Ira for, Rob?
A year now.
I know she's joined the chat room a few times when you've been a guest in the past, but you were the one that was really like, hey, you should check out her channel, and you recommended quite a few other YouTubers as well, or VTubers as well.
Wait, I met so many, I can't remember exactly where I meet them all or how I even meet them.
It seems like once you join the VTuber community, you kind of just float around and get to know everybody, at least locally, sometimes globally. But
it's weird because most that I know are actually global. Like I hang out with a lot of the members from Eternal E.
Well, that's cool. And I know that Ira just recently celebrated her 2-year anniversary, and she's also currently in the middle of a rebrand. What usually is entitled when you're trying to rebrand for a VTuber? Do you know, Kaaya? Or
You basically want to gut everything of your old brand. So some people actually start a new Twitter. I know she's doing a whole new Discord. So she's gotten the Discord she has and making a whole new one. You just want to change your image to a new image, basically.
and does that include changing your character avatars and stuff like that?
Yeah, usually it does. Yep.
I know that she also said she's been working hard on trying to save up money for new rigging and stuff of that nature. We've talked about it on the show before, but for the people who are new to the VTubing world, what is entitled when it comes to rigging and things of that nature?
So you have model art. So that's a whole different. You commission someone to make the model, draw it. Then rigging is taking that model and the artist will cut the pieces so it can move, then taking that and make it so it moves. Rigging can be expensive. I just commissioned rigging and it was $5,000.
Good
So
Lord.
yeah, it's a full new model, 3 outfits. And I just finished a new model, just got rigged as well, which I was going to show her today, but she didn't come on.
At some point, you can show us. And is this new?
Yeah, so this was made 2 years ago by Eggy.
Oh, that's cool.
Using the wrong mouse right now. I have 2 PCs. So it's basically my old model, just with new art.
That's cool.
Like
You can make a bunch of different like facial expressions, and it's crazy how lifelike some of these models have become. What do you think, Darren?
Sorry, I got distracted.
Distracted by Cat Girl?
No, distracted by I was reading something
That happens to me.
that my boss sent me.
So this is one of Kaaya's new models.
Very nice. So gotta ask, why green hair? That's
favorite color is green.
okay, fair. That sounds like Angela.
Fun fact,
You know,
green is my wife's favorite color too.
The last green hair character I remember really paying attention to in anime, or at least noticeable green hair, was Shuffle.
I was gonna say Shuffle.
So
Shuffle, and also I believe it was Karen from Please Twins. I think she had green hair as well.
Can I just say I've never seen Please Twins?
You can say that. I didn't know that there. Like I've watched Please Teacher and Please Twins. Apparently, there's a third anime that was a part of that like world as well that I've recently heard about, but I don't remember the name of it.
All you gotta do is go onto my anime list, and generally, if they're like set in the same universe, it'll have like sequel, side story, alternate kind of deal, and that'll tell you.
But yeah, Karen had green hair as well. So that
Let's see.
I agree. You don't see many green-haired characters in anime nowadays.
I think there was another one from Demon King Daimyo. I think it was the android robot that he had as his basically personal assistant. Actually, there was a clip of her the other day. She was interesting.
There we go. I had to get back to the normal layout here.
Hey, I see Black Rabbit's hair.
Yeah, I decided to put on the is this a rabbit background.
You mean not
Or
is this a
problem children.
rabbit?
Problem children, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, is the order a rabbit? You'd have Chino and Tippy and
Too
all
many
the other
rabbits.
girls.
Too many rabbits in anime.
You
Too many
mean
bunny
not
girls.
rabbit, not rabbits, wabbits.
Wabbits, bunny girls.
Rabbits.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbit girls.
Now, you were watching Call of the Night, right, Darren?
Yes, I'm one episode behind, but about to say interesting turn of events
I
that
was gonna ask you if you had seen, like you said, you're one episode behind, so you didn't see the one that dropped this past Friday, but the Friday before, and spoiler alert, if you're watching Call of the Night and you're not caught up, I had no idea the detective was who she is. Like, it took that story arc, and then when she showed up at the end of that episode, my wife and I were both like, damn, we did not see that coming.
well, my whole thing was the fact that Nazuna didn't remember her, but after trying to explore her past, she's like, "Oh, I'm starting to remember stuff now," and I'm like, I figured it out the beginning of that episode.
And it gets, the most recent episode gets a little bit crazy. I won't spoil anything for you, Darren. I'll just say it gets a little bit crazy.
And also, I already know, about to say, if you put two and two together, you also know what probably caused the downfall of that relationship in the first place. Or have you connected the dots that far yet?
What about the parents
Mm-hmm.
that he was cheating with a vampire?
Mm-hmm. You already know which vampire too.
The teacher?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I was a little bit off.
No, not quite. Remember, there's one in particular she said when she met him at the bathhouse that was hers. Period. End of story.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's the problem with watching it like so far in chunks.
No. So remember that friend that they brought along that was recently turned or
Yes.
wanted to be turned?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember how the vampire that
blonde?
they don't, yes, the one that no one associates with?
Yep.
What you make a bet it's her?
It wouldn't surprise me. And hello, Ross. Yes, we are early today due to the fact that we had a guest that was scheduled, and because I was really looking forward to talking with them, I moved the show up a half hour because of my work schedule. I could be getting a call to go into work for either 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night, which I wanted to be able to still give you guys a full 2-hour show or as close to 2 hours as possible. And unfortunately, our guest is unable. I may be unable to join us due to the fact that her work schedule has been running her ragged. She was up at like 3 o'clock this morning. I know she put on social media on her Discord channel that she was going to try to take a nap before the show. She's excited about coming on, but she was afraid she wasn't going to wake up in time. Which, speaking from experience of having really weird sleep schedules and really weird work hours, totally understandable. John Knight in the chat says, today is Linda Leonard's birthday. The voice of Bo in Kuma 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 Bear, Shoma Maid in Fruits Basket, Chise's aunt in Ancient Magus Bride, and Eleanor in Restaurant to Another World. And welcome home from dinner, Ross. I hope you had a wonderful meal. One thing you'll note, Rob, is a lot of times this show ends up going into food talk.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
Because food makes people happy.
Well, and food in anime always looks better than in real life.
Yeah, why is that? Why does food always look so much better in anime than it does?
Well, I mean, Food Wars is an exception, but
Well, not even just Food Wars. It's like you see like some of the high school shows and they bring in the bento boxes to share and they always look like amazing masterpieces of food that I would never be able to cook in my lifetime.
and whenever our favorite pro tags go over to each other's houses and make them something on the spot, I'm like, damn.
I was like, let me just whip up some fried rice here. And it's like, good Lord.
They whipped up more than just fried rice.
It's like here's some fried rice with like pork and shrimp and all the fixings. And here's some fish to go with it and some pork. And what in the hell? Anime logic. That's what it all comes down to. And Ross in the chat says, cute models, Rob. And welcome to being an AZR host.
Thank you. These are the 3 that are going to be rigged next month. Well, This month now.
We're gonna make that a little bit bigger so everybody can see. Ira, eat your heart out. If you were here, you'd see it. You can jabber a little bit if you want. Be like, I got to see. I showed the models. You weren't there. Hello, Eli and Spina. It's great to see you guys tuning in. I know that you are a couple of the regulars from Eira's channel, and thank you so much for tuning in. Unfortunately, we're not sure if she's going to join us. I did send her the link, so when she wakes up, she is welcome to join us at any time, and I'm sure Kaaya can let her know that as well.
Yep, already did. I'm not sure if she will, but she needs a rest.
Oh, yeah. Sleep is important. Lord knows that we all don't get enough usually, especially Darren.
Mm-hmm. And when I do get enough sleep, it has the potentially to ruin my day. Because, the early bird gets the worm with my business, so.
Yeah. And I had to lay down and I got about a 4-hour nap this afternoon since I'm going to be up all night.
I'm actually fine because I was actually off yesterday on a Saturday. Write that down.
You never get Saturdays off.
Exactly.
So you spent it all day catching up on lawns.
Pretty much.
I know you.
Well, you worked with me.
I did. And it was actually quite enjoyable. So yeah, the train will be ordered for 10:30. I'll be getting the call at 9:30 or 8:30. I'll be getting the call in about a half hour. So when the show ends at 9:30, I will be then finishing packing my lunch. Everything else is packed and it's run out the door. Other shows that I have been keeping up with, My Dress Up Darling, I am caught up on. Darren, I know you said that you're behind on that, on everything. Is that a show that you've been watching, Rob? My Dress Up Darling?
I haven't actually. I've been watching much anime. Weird.
Season 2 has been pretty good. You see, there's been some like cute moments in there. There's been some like really awkward moments. It's just been kind of a fun, cutesy show. You can see like the romance part slowly developing there. It's Marin realized in season 1 she had feelings for Gojo. Gojo is just now starting to realize that he's got feelings for her. The most recent episode, not going the way that Marin thought. Gojo was at Marin's house, and not going to spoil much of anything. I'm just going to say that Gojo ended up at Marin's house really late due to an accident. Train stopped running. Marin invited Gojo to spend the night, and of course, Gojo typically tried to make up every excuse he could to get out of it because of the awkwardness that he has. But some really funny antics ensue when they ended up going out shopping, so Gojo could have like change of clothes and get some food for meals and stuff of that nature. If you really want to see what, I don't trying my best to like not spoil it because it was hysterical, but it's one of those typical people getting the wrong ideas based off of a location or situation that they're in. And thank you for the follow, Eli. It's very nice of you. I hope that you are enjoying the show tonight. Of course, we are excited to have Rob, also known as Kaaya Teanu, join in. Warning to Doug, do not end up with the decision Gojo is making at the end of the newest episode. Are you referring to which energy drink to buy? Because I've already got 4 energy drinks with me. Two for the way out if I need them, and 2 for the way back.
Am I still the only one of us that doesn't drink energy drinks or coffee?
I don't.
It's not so much that they like really help me. It's more of I enjoy the taste of like some of the energy drinks and the coffee now. I drink it because like I enjoy the taste. Ross says that he doesn't drink energy drinks. He drinks water and Dr. Pepper.
I'm a Dr. Pepper and tea kind of guy.
I found A&W root beer ice cream sundae soda.
Oh.
One of my favorites is the IBC black cherry.
That's really good. If you can find it, it really, really is very good. I hear you, Eli. Eli says that just makes me want a real root beer float. I miss going to Red Robin when, as a lot of our loyal fans know, I work for a railroad. One of the hotels we used to stay at in Jersey had a Red Robin attached. So every time I would go to Red Robin, I would get the bottomless root beer float.
About to say, next time you come down, you do know there's a Red Robin near me, right?
Oh yeah, I've got a few near me. I just haven't been I only eat like junk food and stuff like that on the weekends. The rest of the week I try to track my food and be good.
I know no such balance, unfortunately, because my stuff is so unpredictable.
And the next time that I'm looking at coming down your way, Darren, is probably going to be like mid-late October, if I can try to get some time off.
So around when you came last time, only just slightly later.
Yeah, and hopefully not for the same reasons. And it'd probably be a lot shorter of a visit. Probably a drive down, spend the night, hang out for a bit, and then drive back.
Well, please let me know when so I can actually request off.
I will. I will do my best.
And that A&W's limited edition, by the way. We're not going to be carrying it much longer.
That's why I was like, oh, I saw it in the store. I had to grab it. The rest of the time, I drink a lot of like water. Fruit, Fruit 2O has been my go-to lately because I can get a case at Sam's for a decent price, and I usually drink about 4 or 5 of these per trip.
Oh, Doug, I just thought of something. You wanna hear something kind of sad but kind of funny?
What's that?
That case of water that you brought with you the last time when you were here is still in my toolbox.
What?
I had brought a case of water with me that was in the back of my car. And when I spent a week with him last year doing landscaping, it's warm in North Carolina, so I had water to stay hydrated and stuff like that. And we threw it in the toolbox of his truck. When I left, I forgot it was in there. It wasn't really a big deal because we get coupons that I can get water for pretty cheap anyway, so I wasn't too worried about it. The fact that he still has it in his truck is hysterical. And coming up to the end of September, it will be a year.
Remember, I'm not afraid to drink out of the garden hose.
Oh, I know. But I left that in there for you too. I was like, here, just help yourself.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. A long time ago, when I was first starting my business, I was doing something for a client, and he handed me a whole case of Dr. Pepper that his son had recently had like a graduation party, and no one touched the Dr. Pepper. So he handed it to me. It rode around in the back of my truck for about a month or two, and it was during the cooler months, and I'm like, you know what? It's nice to be able to just grab a can of Dr. Pepper out of the back every now and then, especially when you forget it's back there.
Yeah. Ross in the chat says Thursday night when we posted about the upcoming stream for tonight, he didn't have anything to watch, so he checked out one of Ira's videos on her channel and says that she seems like a cool VTuber. She really is. She's a lot of fun to talk to. I know she likes the horror games. She likes paranormal stuff, which was one of the subjects that we were hoping to talk about tonight as well, because of my history of being a paranormal researcher or ghost hunter in the past and stuff of that nature.
Speaking of which, did you see the article I sent you about Fuquay? So, not necessarily my town, but the next town over, being a hub for unusual activity.
I don't think I clicked on that link. I think you sent it to me when I was either getting ready for work or on the train. And when I turn my phone on and I get like 15 messages, I kind of skim through. And sometimes I forget to go back.
Well, whenever you get the chance, go back because someone was writing and one of my customers, the one with the antique house or whatever,
Yeah.
in Fuquay, over there by the fire station.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about.
He was telling me about some unusual experiences that happened, I believe, at the house across the street from him or in his house. So, just a little FYI.
I am so sorry, Ellie. I was just going based off of the spelling. Thank you for correcting me. And hello, Spina. It's great to see you in the chat as well. A lot of Ira's regulars coming in to check us out tonight. Like we said, we're not sure if Ira's going to be joining us or not. I know that she needs her sleep, and she was up really early this morning. And she was streaming when I got up this morning. So it's...
She was streaming early. Like I was going to work when she was streaming.
So it's totally understandable if she's not able to make it. I don't want anybody to think that we're mad or stuff like that. I know stuff like this happens, and as someone who has a very messed up sleep schedule themselves, I was fortunate enough that I was able to get like a 4-hour nap this afternoon so that I could be somewhat rested for work tonight, because I go into work in 2.5 hours. I will be on duty, getting ready to take a train from Pennsylvania to Maryland.
I mean, heck, how many times have I crashed out on a Sunday?
I think it's more rare for you to stay awake for a show than it is for you to fall asleep.
That's really sad, actually. Well, you saw my setup whenever you were at my house, so you know why.
I know why. I mean, not all of us can be surrounded by waifu dakimakuras while doing a podcast. That's part of the reason why I sit up while I'm doing this too, because I know if I was laying in a bed, I would probably.
Exactly my point. I don't have a PC setup. I have a very overbuilt laptop that I don't use its specs properly for.
We can see Kaya's. Is that what's? I think somebody in the chat said Final Fantasy 14.
Yep.
So you're just kind of chilling with yourself.
Pretty much. Could go to Limsa and it'll be really weird, but Limsa is like the role play area. Some weird stuff happens.
Ali says that they miss Final Fantasy 14. Ross says next week, Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity finally airs in the US on Netflix with English dub episodes 1 and 2. Finally, after waiting for 3 months and not trying to see spoilers, I get to watch this romance series. He's happy.
Yeah. And I would be the one spoiling in this case because I can't wait.
And that was a Netflix show, so I don't know if I'm going to watch it or not.
About to say, it and Sakamoto are behind the Netflix wall this time around. Ironically, both of which I'm watching.
I will say that Ruri Rocks has still been very entertaining, kind of educational when it comes to gems and geodes and like the Scientology behind like studying the earth and different things of that nature. It's really been surprisingly a very entertaining show. I've been highly enjoying it. I didn't think I would like it as much as I have, but I definitely would put that as, no pun intended, but a hidden gem of the season, because I'm sure not a lot of people were going to take it seriously.
No, I'm not going to lie. I actually enjoyed the geology portion of the science class I had to take.
I think you would enjoy it, Darren. Plus, you got the thick girl in there. I know you like some of your thick girls.
Of course. I don't care what kind of show it is most of the time. If it's got a cute girl in it, I will at least give it a peek.
And there's Kaaya, typical cat, just sleeping anywhere.
Yep.
I say that, and I look on the couch. Nanachi is sleeping on the couch.
I was about to ask, where are your cats?
Ainz was down here just before I sent you guys the link. I went up to use the bathroom, so he went upstairs. He probably stayed up there. Haru is probably sleeping on my daughter's bed like she normally does. And Nanachi has commandeered the couch.
I see. And you said Haru and Nanachi don't really get along? Or
not really. I mean, Haru is kind of tolerant, but Haru is a bitch. There's no nicer way of putting it than she's just kind of a bitch. Like, Nanachi will walk by, Haru just hiss at her and like smack her in the face. Look at that cat. That's a cat on a cat next to a cat. I have not played Final Fantasy 14. I think the last Final Fantasy game I played was 10 or 10-2. I didn't complete either of those. I've only beaten one Final Fantasy game, and that was 9.
I play as a monk.
And Ross in the chat says, here's a fun challenge for everyone, including chat. Name top 5 anime you're excited to see next season. I'll go first. Number 1, may I ask for one final thing? Number 2, pass the monster meat, my lady. God, if Eira was here, she could have so much fun with that second title. And I think you know the stream I'm referring to, Kaaya.
Yep.
Recently, Eira was playing Dead by Daylight, and she was around an area that was like a bunch of stone pillars or rock formations, and one of them looked like a dong. And so she had fun just kind of laughing about that. So a lot of us, including myself in the chat, were making really bad jokes about it. Ross in the chat says, number 3 on his list, Our Love Will Make It Through. Number 4, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. Number 5, Tales of Wedding Rings Season 2. I didn't even realize that Tales of Wedding Rings was getting the second season next fall. I knew it was coming, but I didn't realize it was next fall.
No. Yeah, you're right about that.
How about Spy Family Season 3 coming in October?
Can't wait.
Was it? I know, Kaaya, you said you've kind of fallen away from the anime stuff for a bit. Was that a show that you had watched?
I've been watching, because I'm going to forget the names now. It's a few shows I'm watching right now. Go to my Crunchyroll.
Oh, I have the link up so I can just skip back. Like, okay, what am I watching? This one? This one?
I'm watching the Ugly Mug Epic Fighter, scooped up by an S-rank adventurer. I'm watching Rising of the Shield Hero, the new season. Watching New Saga and Apocalypse Bringer, My Hongra, World Conquest Starts.
I'm not the only one watching Shield Hero anymore. Yay.
And I'm not the only one watching S-rank adventurer. What have you? What's your thoughts on Picked Up by an S-rank adventuring party?
I'm enjoying it.
I think Yuri is kind of a cute character, the leader of the pink hair girl there.
Yep.
I think she's kind of an adorable character. And John Knight, it says he is also watching Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4 in dub. And Ross is watching S-Rank as well. Did you watch the most recent episode for S-Rank? Because I just watched it before the show tonight.
Yep. I watched it earlier.
Well, kind of interesting, Yuri getting trained by one of the epic adventurers. And that most recent episode, trying to learn how to be stronger.
The next episode should be interesting.
Yeah, I believe we might see the Master show up. And knowing that he ran from her, that'd be kind of interesting to see what happens. But he's definitely with a better crew than he was with before, that's for sure. It just falls into another one of those, and we talk about it on the show all the time, how we just see so much cookie cutter stuff and one subject becomes popular, and then you find 15 more animes that are around the same type of subject. Ross in the chat says that Yui trying to get stronger is so cute, and you can tell Yui is in love with Lloyd with the way she wants to stand beside him. You can see the feelings have been. It almost feels like Lloyd is getting his own little harem because you have Claire, who looks like she might be taking interest in Lloyd as well. So I'm not sure if you sense that as well, Kaaya, or not.
Yep.
Excuse me.
But tonight with the three guys, we truly are like a trash taste. I know that Darren, you made the joke about adding Rob to it, we're not going to be like trash taste anymore because we're going to have 4 people instead of 3. But it's just the boys tonight.
The boys are back in town. No Thin Lizzy fans? Okay.
Ross says that he doesn't think she's interested in him in reference to Claire. Just wants to go home, but it seems like she has. I don't know if it's we've watched way too many shows where you kind of get that intuition based off of how people act or sudden nuances in facial expressions or the way they look at people, but it kind of get that feeling. If I'm wrong,
you're going to be having way too much fun for this.
I know there's new people that did not hear us talk about the fact that we have a soundboard now that recently added. So nobody say anything to Angela because I'm sure she's not watching. So we'll just surprise her with that in a couple of weeks. Although I'm sure she'll see it if she goes to media because you can see it right there. I mean, we still have things like...
This is Happy the Cat, and you're listening to Anime-Zing Radio on the Hazy Radio Network. This is Happy the...
You talk about, long time ago.
Oh, wow.
Hazy Radio Network. That's back when we first started the show.
Yeah, that was before I met you.
Yeah, that was Tia Ballard, of course. Just finally got to meet Brent April a few weeks ago here in Pennsylvania, but she had done a couple of promos for us as well.
This is Kodori Itsuka, and you're listening to Anime-Zing Radio on Hazy Radio Network.
So there's a show from the past for you, Darren.
I know, right?
Granted, you weren't the Kotori fan.
No, that would be Darkness.
Then we
have... the little sister archetype was...
I mean, a little sister is all you need.
True.
And then for all of you Black Butler fans out there.
Hello, this is Ciel Phantomhive, and you're listening to Anime-Zing Radio. I hope you like it.
Hello, this is Sebastian Michaelis, and you're listening to Anime-Zing Radio on the Hazy Radio Network.
Sometimes it's fun just to go back and listen to the old stuff. Long time since we've been on the Hazy Radio Network, and very thankful for them for the start that we had. And ironically, this all started because of Paranormal Talk Radio. Ross says, gosh, Hazy Radio 10 years ago for him. And yeah, it was 10, 11 years ago. 11 years ago, we started, almost 11 and a half years ago, we started on Hazy Radio. And then when Hazy Radio was getting ready to close up, we moved to Blog Talk for a few years and then found our home here on YouTube, where we're able to add video. And it really opened up a lot of possibilities, especially being able to bring on people like Kaaya with the VTuber screens and things like that. which I know a lot of people have said they've enjoyed seeing the video aspect of things, and I know for Kaaya it's fun to be able to play around with their VTuber models and do different things like sweep a bridge. Not gonna lie, sometimes I get distracted by the stuff that goes on in the background. When Angela's on, I'll see what's on TV behind her.
And Roberto.
And Roberto. Oh, apparently now that she's had enough, she got up. I don't know where she went.
I'm just surprised at how many sprouts I've seen today.
Oh, here you are. Here's Denanachi. Gotta make your weekly appearance on the show, right? We're gonna get viewers somehow. Here's the cute kitten. We have the cute cat girl as Kaaya, and then we have the cute kitten.
At least she's a little bit more docile than Haru when it comes to being in front of the camera.
She's kind of in lazy mode right now. Give it time, and she'll be hyper mode and wanting to attack and fight everything. She's been a good addition to the family, though.
I think you said your wife found her where?
In a parking lot. It was a 90-plus degree day. She came out from under a guardrail meowing at my wife. And so we ended up bringing her home, giving her some water. Bringing her to the vet, make sure that she was healthy. And then thankfully, we have an amazing landlord, and they were okay with us holding on to this little one. So, Nanachi, say goodbye to everybody, because I know you saw Haru walk by and you want to attack.
Well, about to say the cat distribution system is interesting.
It is. You don't decide them; they decide you.
Exactly, because that's how we got ours.
That's how we got Kaaya. Yeah.
Kaaya.
Kaaya chose us.
Mm-hmm.
And Ross in the chat says, Doug, did you hear about isekai anime coming this fall called Dusk Beyond the End of the World? I think I have. I don't know much about it, but I think I did hear about it. Don't know much. Like I said, I don't know much about it. Might have to look into that. I keep hearing noises. And it's like, where are the cats? They could be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I should pull up. Let's pull up Mal and.
Oh, by the way, a little bit off topic, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Did you play this weekend, Doug?
Did I do what?
Did you play this weekend, even though nobody won last night?
What, lottery?
Uh-huh.
No, I did not.
I only ever play when they get up this high.
How high is it up now?
1.1.
Ah.
I just happened to see an article. I'm like, man, I haven't played the lottery since the last time it was at 900. And I think that was Mega Millions. So I might go play. And if I win, I will not tell nobody, but there will be signs.
All right, let's see. Dusk Beyond the End of the World, Isekai. After waking from a long cryogenic sleep, high school student Akira Amagami finds himself in a world he no longer recognizes. The The city lies in ruins from war. Society is now governed by an organization called OWEL, and traditional marriage has been replaced by a new system known as a lease. As Akira struggles to comprehend this drastically changed future, a familiar figure appears before him. Oh, give me just a second here. I'm getting my phone call for work.
Oh, Lord. Sounds about like me whenever I got to take work phone calls. Hey, why is my internet all of a sudden buffering? And what it didn't used to do this? So, Rob, when it comes to, are you just playing, is it just playing random clips from Final Fantasy, or are you actually
I'm actually in game.
so you're actually playing it in game
Yeah.
right now?
I'm actually in game right now.
So everything is live.
Yep.
Okay. Are you in the middle of a match, or is everybody else just kind of playing behind you and you're just kind of wandering?
Basically, everybody's just doing their own thing, and I'm doing my own thing.
So sandbox mode, basically?
Yeah. So it's an MMO.
Okay.
So these are all different players. People with the little sprouts, they're kind of like new accounts. So they
Okay.
haven't gone too far in the story.
That's cool. And that was work. That was my call for going in for 10:30. Takes me about 40 minutes to get there. So like I said, once we're done here in about an hour, I'll have plenty of time to pack the car and get going. Ellie in the chat says that they're ready for that time I got reincarnated as a slime season 4. I think that
Yeah.
So I think that is
Yeah.
coming, or 3, I can't remember. Yeah, anime has gotten to the point where there's so many seasons of so many shows now, some of which don't need a second season, and then there are shows that really deserve a second season that never get it. And then you have shows like, I know Angela's not here to go off on the tangent, but Attack on Titan, which could have ended after season 3, but they just had to run that into the ground.
Yep. And High School DxD, whose original studio should have listened to the author but did not.
Now, did you say there is a season 5 in the works?
Potentially. There was a spin-off manga in the works. I don't know how far it's gotten, but basically you got the setting at the school with a different girl and her friends, and Rias and the other girls do make appearances. I don't know how far that series went, but that was good. That was a good sign that since there's still active ongoing works, that there's a chance. I mean, everyone that I know that I recommended it to has at least said it's better than what it at first appears to be. So I'm hoping that there's enough interest in a revival on that. But ultimately you never know because, like I said, T and K kind of shot themselves in the foot on that one.
Yeah.
But I will not lie. If you had no idea of the source material for the series, it actually went pretty decent for an original ending. But due to the fact that there were so many people that wanted to see it play out how it should have, I really think that they could have made it work if they'd have just stuck to how it was supposed to go. but we'll see. I mean, shows that have been aired 10 plus years ago getting new seasons recently, that gives me all the hope in the world for series like that.
Yeah. My hope is if they do put out a new season of DxD, that it just feels right for the show. Because in recent history, there have been multiple shows that have had long time lapses between seasons. And when the new season comes out, it just doesn't hit the same, or it feels like it was just kind of like an afterthought. Doesn't feel like it should have been a part of the actual like storyline.
I know you're still sore over Devil as a part-timer.
Devil is a part-timer. Also, like Data Live season 4, I just could not get into.
And you didn't watch Data Bullet either.
No, because I'm not. I'm the opposite of you, Darren. Nightmare was not one of my favorites. I mean, she's got an interesting character design, an interesting spirit, but she was not one of my favorites. Did you watch Data Live at all, Kaaya?
Yep.
Which one was your favorite of the characters?
I don't know. I liked Origami.
Really?
Mostly because she's kind of like me. Kind of just awkward and weird.
What about, let's see. Well, I know, actually, I liked Origami as well. The one I probably couldn't stand was Miku.
Like I've said before, my favorite character from Data Live appeared in season 3 with Natsumi in her adult form. Not gonna lie, Yoshino was an adorable character, but I liked Natsumi. So just something about that wild witch that was fun. As somebody runs like right through Kaaya's screen. I look down, I just see this. John Knight in the chat says, "What about Rent a Girlfriend, Doug?" I dropped that after season 1. I tried season 2 and was like, no.
There's 300 plus chapters of the manga. 300 plus for the relationships to go nowhere. And Ross, that person has terrible opinions.
ReZero, that was another one. Like season 1 was okay. I did find myself kind of forcing my way through season 1. Season 2, I watched like 2 episodes and was like, I just can't get back into this. I still say Amelia is the best girl in the series. I know everybody loves Ram, but
I actually like one of the princesses.
And that's why Darren has a figure of Amelia sitting and waiting for me to go down and pick up.
Pretty much.
And Ellie in the chat says that they miss old animes like Outlaw Star and the Trigun. Trigun was a good show. I don't think I ever saw Outlaw Star.
The remake of Trigun wasn't that bad either.
I have got a wrestling match going on behind me on the couch.
Okay.
I don't know if the camera can catch that or not. No, it's not really because of having the backdrop on there. Your cats are lucky. Article someone made on a comic book resource site of a top 10 terrible harem anime list.
Like I said, they need their tastes reevaluated.
Let's see if I can find this.
Yes, please do.
Comic book resource 10 problematic harem anime you should avoid. Absolutely avoid. Let's share the screen here. And now we can all laugh at this together.
Oh
Oh,
look,
God.
all of my favorites right there in the main picture. But To Love Ru was such fun.
Yasuka no Sora crosses into taboo territory.
Nah, crap. It's a wincest. Actually, it's a twincest. But to be fair, that particular show was actually golden for its time. You know why?
Why?
The anime played out like a visual novel with 4 different girls. So every 3 episodes was a different girl. And the main character took different actions to achieve each girl each time. So it was a very unique style of anime. And still one of the very few I think to have done that. But of course the twin sister was the true route, which is what the anime ended up on, and that's why that's why it's taboo.
And next up on the list, The World God Only Knows.
I made it halfway through the first season and got sidetracked. Interesting show though.
I think I started it. I don't remember much about it.
I watched both seasons.
Basically, the guy's a video game perfectionist, and I love how they try to take away his PSP. He just pulled out 10 more.
And then, as you said, To Love Ru.
Harassment for humor. Darkness is the one that gets the most of the harassment, though, albeit unintentionally.
Yeah. And most of the time, Rito isn't even trying to harass anybody. It just happens.
Uh-huh.
Infinite Stratos.
Oh, you mean dense main mother?
Yeah, one of the most dense main male characters in anime harem history.
My favorite from that is still Hokey.
Childhood friend for the win, right?
Yep. Granted, I like my blue hairs as well. The sisters, even though I didn't watch all of season 2, from what I could tell, the sisters were into it too.
DXD. Mostly exploitative fan service.
He needs to watch more harem anime.
At DXD, yes, there is a lot of fan service. We've never said there isn't, but you have to get beyond the fan service, and you can actually find a very well thought out storyline and world development. Tenchi Muyo hasn't aged well at all.
I never saw that one.
I watched bits and pieces. I never really thought of it as a harem style anime based off of a lot of other shows that I've watched. I could be wrong. Rosario Vampire.
That one. What's the reasoning for that?
Buried under overused fan service and tropes.
Bullsh. This guy just has a thing against harem anime in general.
That's what it seems like. I'm worried because I've seen most of these. Negima. Master Negi Magi has a disturbing premise.
Yet again, never seen that one.
It says, overshoots by basing the story around a 10-year-old boy who has dozens of older female classmates. What has the potential to be lighthearted, magical romp turns intensely uncomfortable. Anime frequently puts Negi in compromising positions that are played for laughs, generally involving lewd jokes or situations that seem exploitative. I thought Negima was pretty good. Actually, I think the second version of Negima in some cases was better than the first. Granted, the original Negima had some unexpected developments. Maken Ki crosses too many lines.
Not really, but season 2 was just fan service. That's all it was, and really lost the original intent of the series. Season 1 was actually had promise. Of all the ones he's had on this list, I can agree that one should be on there. However, crosses too many lines, not even close.
Monster Musume is fetish bait.
No shit.
That's an uncharacteristic Darren curse.
Yes, because I don't cuss. I had to get one in for Anne since she won't hear.
Ross in the chat says, I've never seen Yagusa no Sora or World Only God Knows. And it's long on hiatus, never finished the novel. Infinite Stratos, Tenchi, I don't think it was a harem. Barely saw Negima. Mocking Keys, not even a harem.
I disagree with you there, Ross. I believe it is.
Monster Musume, yeah. Fetish bait. Okay.
Any others on this list?
That was it.
When was that published?
Hold on. As I scroll up, I'm gonna count the number I've actually seen. One. I started Mocking Key, so I'll still count if I started it. Negima, I've seen all of. Rosario, I've seen all of. Tenchi Muyo, I've seen a few episodes. High School DxD, I've seen. Infinite Stratos, I've seen. To Love, I've seen. Watched a couple episodes of God Only Knows. Have not seen Yoga No. So 9 out of 10.
I've seen.
Published 3 days ago.
Okay, they don't know what harem is. Let's see. If they want disturbing, they need redo of healer. And yes, I consider that harem because you do have multiple guys going, not multiple guys, multiple girls going after him. Let's see, what else? Where would you throw interspecies reviewers? That's not really harem, that's just line crossing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Seiken no Quasar?
What about 100 Girlfriends?
There you go. Or Shinmai or Testament of Sister New Devil.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I Can't Play H. Let's see. What else?
And my apologies again to all of the awesome people who are tuning in, hoping to see Eira on the show. Like we said, unfortunately, her work schedule has been absolutely insane, and she was trying to get a nap before coming on tonight, and she definitely needs sleep. Wacky sleep schedules take a lot out of you mentally, physically. I know all about that. So definitely we will see about trying to reschedule her again. I know she was looking forward to coming on the show. But really, hearts go out to all of you loyal fans of hers that are tuning in tonight, even though she wasn't joining us. Hopefully you're enjoying our show tonight. We love seeing the new faces in the chat and all the interactions. If you have questions, comments, feel free to post them in the chat. We always love seeing what you guys have to offer. I can see everything that's coming in through the Twitch and the YouTube channels. And the wife just messaged me. She's trying to go to sleep, but she just got bit by a tiny thing with the zoomies.
Nanashi?
Yep.
Or Haru?
Haru is not a tiny thing. Haru is we call her the fatty.
So she's more floofy than Ainz at this point.
No, Haru is fat, like 100% thick muscle.
Oh,
She's heavy. She's just all muscle.
Ooh.
I'm not sure how much Haru weighs. We got to get Ainz and Haru into the vet at some point to have their checkups done. It's been a little bit since they've been in there, but need to find the time and money. Two things that elude all of us, unless Darren hits the lottery, and then or if any of us hit the lottery, really. Let's see, what else have I been watching? I know I'm behind on stuff. All of the Night we touched on, that has just been fantastic. I am still behind on Cultural Exchange with a Game Center Girl, which I know, Ross, you've been enjoying. Caught up on Ruri Rocks, Dress Up Darling, S-Rank Adventurer. What other shows was I watching? Outcast Restaurant. I'm behind. I think I'm behind on that. Yeah, I'm one episode behind on that one. Which that took a interesting turn in the last episode that I did see. Reincarnated as a Seventh Prince. Think I'm behind on that one. Oh god, yeah, I'm like I think I'm 3 episodes behind on that. And Vending Machine. Am I caught up on that one? I'm caught up on Vending Machine. Which that's just continued to be more quirkiness. It seems that the Vending Machine has found a rival when it comes to food distribution by a young lady who has magic dirt that can provide amazing fruits and vegetables. So it seems like he's got some competition now, which is funny. But was that a show that you had watched, Kaaya?
No.
No. And it's funny because I was recently talking to somebody who had just started watching it, and they said that they had avoided it for a while because the title was just so out there. Reincarnated as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon. He thought it was absolutely stupid. After watching, I think he said maybe about halfway through the first season, he goes, "This show has no right to be as good as it is." I'm like, thank you. I've been saying that for a couple of years now.
No, I heard it was good. Doesn't really interest me. I'm trying to get away from like isekais and get back into when I used to watch the other types of shows. Granted, there's not much shonen anymore.
I haven't seen much in the way of like idol animes in a bit either.
Nah, I doubt you'll see much from Love Live at all. I think they got like a new project, but it's kind of, even I don't follow it anymore.
The last thing of Love Live I saw was Love Live Superstar. They put out a third season, and I thought that was actually very well done. I liked how they did the storyline in that, where every season was a new year, and you got to see like the start of a new school with a new program for the idol girls, and then season 2, that group was now a year older. They're bringing underclassmen in to try to continue. Season 3, both of those groups have moved up a year. Now they're trying to recruit even newer faces. So I thought that was an interesting take and kind of an original spin on the Love Live story type. I also still stand beside that Shine Post was an amazing, idol anime, and I think that was better than Love Live, in my opinion.
Shine Post was really good.
I even got Darren to watch it.
Mm-hmm. You did.
I was waiting for the dig back, but
Oh, you mean the fact you never finished Goblin Slayer?
yeah, I got like 2 episodes in. I'm like, I have to force my way through the rest of that first season anyway. I just got to figure out when I can do that. John Knight in the chat says, Rob, have you watched My Hero Academia? The final season is coming this fall.
So I am only, forget which season number, but I want to say I'm only probably season 3 it was. I finished and that was it.
Sounds about the same for the rest of us. It was like, season 3, I'm done. I think I got into season 4 and then fell out of it. I still give the creators a ton of credit for being able to come up with so many quirks for so many different characters.
Plus, I've been spoiled so much on the story. I already know what's going to happen.
Oh, Darren found something funny.
Sorry.
I don't know what that character is doing dancing behind you, Rob, but that...
Oh, like, welcome to Limsa. You missed the little Taru running around naked with a torch.
I think I did miss that. I might have been looking off screen.
I don't know what's going on there.
Is it that one running around in the background?
No, he was like naked with a torch. He had undies on. That was it.
And I think the funniest part about it is all these people behind you are doing all this
I got a friend.
stuff, and none of them know that they are being seen on a podcast right now.
That name right now, though.
What is the name?
Furry Pickles.
Furry Pickles. That's going to be the next isekai.
About to say, sounds like a furry caught in the wild.
Well, he's in the Nia Guild, so definitely.
Definitely explains it a lot right there. The Nia Guild, huh?
Well, I've sat around in like main areas like this before, and actually last week I got dragged to a wedding. Like, here, you're coming to my wedding now. I'm like, okay.
What? I still need to go back through the audio files on the laptop, see if we can find that classic Darren Nico clip. And John Knight in the chat says, Rob, what's your honest opinion on My Hero Academia?
I actually enjoyed it. Like, I like the premise of the story. It's amazing how many, like you said, how many quirks they created. And I think it actually was well written.
I think my biggest issue when it comes to shows like that is I just see a lot of repetition in like story arcs where you start seeing like the same kind of thing over and over and over again with the same main group of characters. And I kind of get tired of it, which is why I fell away from, Fairy Tail. After 100+ episodes, I watched 3.5 seasons of My Hero and lost interest in that. Demon Slayer, I gave 6 episodes to and couldn't get interested in it in 6 episodes. I usually only give 3. Attack on Titan, I watched 1 episode and knew right away it wasn't my type of show. You okay?
Sorry. No, I'll be fine. Just the crabgrass, the Bermuda, everything has been getting to me these past couple of days because we finally got some dry weather.
Oh, yeah.
So, with the exit of the rain came the return of the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would kill me too.
Ross in the chat says apparently just saw that Texas passed a bill that bans anime and manga.
I highly doubt that.
It doesn't technically, and there's no way to enforce it. I will say that right now. If you actually read the bill, basically what will probably happen is somebody will challenge it in the Supreme Court, and it'll get squashed.
And let's not forget that, I can't say 2 big anime companies anymore because Crunchyroll's, not based in Texas, but I believe Sentai Filmworks is still a Texas-based anime studio. And I know a lot of voice actors still record in the, DFW area. Granted, with Funimation not being around anymore, having been bought out by Crunchyroll and Sony, I know a lot of stuff has been moved to California and some other areas, but I do know that there's still a lot of Texas-based voice talent for anime and video games for that nature. And here comes a 316 in. Hello, Stone Cold ET. I find it funny that I see Stone Cold coming in. Lately, I have gone back and started rewatching all the Royal Rumbles from back like in the 80s up to 2002. I finished the 2002 Royal Rumble earlier today. So seeing a Stone Cold come in when I just watched a couple of Royal Rumbles where Stone Cold comes in and just beats a bunch of ass. That was back when wrestling was good. I haven't really followed it recently. I don't even know who's around still anymore. Kind of went back down that nostalgia lane with the passing of Hogan.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching WWF in the 80s and 90s.
Yep.
I watched it until the mid 2000s.
Like I'm not even sure. Like I said, I don't even know who's still around that I would even know.
Same.
Although I did have to laugh in that 2002 Royal Rumble, Drew Carey made an appearance. Like, Drew Carey actually got in the ring with Kane. And just as Kane was about to choke slam him, another wrestler came in, hit Kane in the back of the head, and Drew Carey just jumped over the top rope and eliminated himself. Like, no, screw this, I'm out. But actually seeing him in a WWF, well, now WWE ring, was absolutely hysterical. Like, what the hell is he doing there?
Oh, the fish?
I don't know. Why was DJT in the ring with Vince McMahon all those years ago?
No idea. I just popped over to take a quick look to see what was going on in the Cup race because it's round one of the first race of the playoffs, and Chase Briscoe is leading with green flag pit stops going on. I know there's been a bunch of issues for some of the playoff drivers. Get a little bit of sports talk in there. Oh, somebody coming in to get in camera view of Kaaya. Off they go. It's kind of fun just watching these people randomly going around. You could even sit there and do some commentary about what you see. Reporting live from the plaza is Kaaya Teanu. Kaaya, what's going on in the plaza?
A lot of weird stuff. You got two dancers. You got, I don't even want to know what this thing is.
Doing pirouette.
Giant Rothgar with demon wings dancing in the middle of the street.
That's an interesting looking weapon in front of you. You got a squirrel on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's Nutters.
And Ross in the chat says he's never played Final Fantasy. Is it fun or complicated?
It's fun. It's if you like story games, you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of story.
And for Final Fantasy 14, is that primarily a PC game, or can you get that on consoles as well?
It's on console as well. They're looking to get it on the Switch, but we don't know when that will ever happen.
Yeah, right now the only game I've really been playing on the Switch as of late has been Minecraft.
I have never played Final Fantasy. The closest I've come was back when I was in high school. My friend had it on the PSP, so I'm not sure which Final Fantasy that would have been.
You had it on the what?
The PSP.
Oh
The-
God.
PlayStation Portable. Good God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the system, the handheld system that, in all honesty, was ahead of its time.
Yeah, it could be Crisis Core was on the PSP. A lot of the older Final Fantasies were on the PSP. I think Tactics was well. I still have my PSP.
I never got one.
Oh, I used it like religiously.
I never had the money to get one. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten one.
I'm regretting my Game Boy getting destroyed. It fell off the counter one day and hit just right and fell all to pieces. I was so mad.
Ugh. Because you probably had a lot of the original Pokemon games too.
Oh, I have all of them. Actually, I take that back. I went to conventions and ended up with red, blue, and yellow. And I think I got gold, silver, and crystal. I think the only ones I don't own from the Game Boy era is Ruby, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. And my Emerald, if I'd have known how much Emerald was gonna be nowadays, I would have bought an extra copy back when. Because when I went to a show, do you know how much it was for the game and the original box and everything? And I think this one had been slightly opened
$100.
for almost 500.
Wow.
And to think they sold for 35, I could have got one for $35 if I'd have just bought it brand new. If I'd have realized, I think a lot of us, if we realized the collector's market that Pokemon would have been back when, yeah.
It's crazy to think of, how much things have increased in value for like collectible cards. And growing up, it was like baseball cards were the big thing, and then obviously with the incorporation of card games like Pokemon, Magic,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ross says Final Fantasy is on the Switch. I know there are some games on the Switch. I don't know if 14 is. I have Final Fantasy 9 on my Switch.
Yeah. They're looking at getting 14 on the Switch, which I'm very surprised how they would be able to do that.
I mean, the graphics look insane.
Yeah.
And again, we apologize. Our scheduled guest, Eira, was unable to join us tonight due to the fact that her work schedule has been insane. And with the rebranding and things like that, she was up really early this morning. I know that she went to lay down a few hours before the show worrying about oversleeping, which it appears that has happened, which, get your sleep. Sleep's important. We're not worried about that. We can always see about getting you back on the show. That's, no big deal.
But what is sleep?
Yeah, what is sleep? Darren doesn't know, and half the time I don't. And then there are days when I just sleep all day because I work all night. Like tomorrow, I will probably sleep most of the daylight hours. Probably will get into Hagerstown around like 10 a.m. and have just enough time to either make the switch of moves we need to do or tie it down and then go to the hotel, sleep all day, and see what time I get called to come out.
There you go. Need caffeine right now.
Is that somebody's name?
Yep.
The timing. You can't plan this stuff, I swear. But on that note, I think we're going to cut the show a little bit early tonight, unless you guys have something else you want to talk about.
Not really.
No.
Like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to have a show next week. That's going to depend on if Angela is around and wants to do a show. I'm not sure if I'm going to be around due to my work schedule. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all of you awesome viewers over on Twitch who popped in to check us out. Again, sorry that Eira was not able to join us, but we are planning on having her on at some point. I know that scheduling has not worked out the last couple of times, but they say third time's a charm. So,
yep.
Mm-hmm.
What we can do is we can just keep sending her a link, and then when she shows up, surprise!
That could work.
It could just be like, hey, just pop in here. You can't like. We'll message her in the middle of one of her streams, be like, simulcast with us.
And Ross, I know that anime very well. Defrag.
Bento Booby Box Lunch.
That scene is hilarious.
But due to my work schedule and the fact that I've got to be on a train in about a little over an hour and a half, I'm going to call it a night, or actually a little under an hour and a half now. So we're going to call it a night. Everybody have a wonderful night. We will see you again in a couple of weeks here for more Anime-Zing Radio on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Night, night.